Hello everybody and welcome back to Malts and Meeples. I'm Petter and my webcam is still acting up. Upside is you can see the board. Let's activate that webcam again. There we go. At least the audio is working. We'll see if the webcam continues to function or not. I have no idea. Sometimes I think the cables just get bumped, they get loose, something. It's like, yeah, screw this. But happy Monday. So I crack into an Italian Pilsner. So good. So refreshing. It is a hot, well, not that hot, but very muggy day today here in Minnesota. So that is a very good beer for this day. Let's move back down to the board and see if everything keeps working like it's supposed to. Here we have our table set up. Everything's ready, just about to go. Let's start down here. Actually, I'm going to shuffle these up because I don't remember if I set the Meow's blessings, the one that I took back on top. We're continuing with the Ironclad. I want to try them again. So, I forgot to take my 2 coins, so I gain another 3. Takes us up to 5. I get 2 coins because I am playing solo. Then I get a card reward. Also, again, I'm going to shuffle. As Barrett from Meet Me at the Table would say, I'm going to give him a little truffle shuffle here. Just to make sure that I'm not drawing the same cards again as last time. So I take 3. Clash can only be played if everything's attack or heavy blade. 3 damage. Yeah. We're going to take heavy blade. Let's go to the bottom. And we'll shuffle up my hand of cards here. And then I can either gain five money, could add a random rare, or I could get a rare choice of cards. I could pick 3 cards. Yeah, this is a solid blessing. We're going to do the random card. I don't want to lose 3 money. So whenever I gain shield, I deal a damage. That is a power card. So, yeah. We'll see what happens there. Give this another shuffle. Go through here. Get it set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have my starting hand ready to go. I guess technically, no, I'm always going to be doing that because I'm going to start with one of these first encounters here. And if I remember correctly, I have a close-up here. So, just an itty bitty acidic slime. Seriously, just one slime? It doesn't... There's no directions on it. I don't know that any of these have. Looks like it just drops in one thing first. Granted, those rewards are potentially weaker than some. I really feel like there should be another slime. Now I'm curious, because like if I go through here, I'm going to give this a shuffle. Oh, yes, there should be another slime. That's why it says acidic slime at the bottom. Or acid slime. We're going to take one of the 4 acid slimes, shuffle them up here, flip out that one. So that's a little bit more of a threat. Let's roll a 3. So he's just going to be weakening me. And this one always just does 1 damage. I have attacks in my hand and deal 1, 2, 3 attacks for all 3 of my energy to take this one out. Gonna flip it upside down. And I was doing one thing wrong before. So I have my hand of cards here. These 2 will get discarded. I draw a full new hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And now this guy is going to weaken me. Let me do one thing quick here. I think I can even slide that up there. I'm mainly going to be fighting in this section. So, still at full health. This goes... Oh, that stays down there. That goes up to there. And I do want to look up how weaken. -1 attack. That's what I thought. It was just a -1 to my attack. Which means I'm going to want to hit with one of these 2. But first things first, we roll the die. 1. So he's going to be dealing me 2 damage. I could do Juggernaut and then play a defense. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to use 2 energy to play out Juggernaut, and then 1 to bump my defense up by 1, dealing him a damage. That doesn't take care of my weaken, but now he attacks, and the big thing is, well, I have 2 cards left that I'm drawing from, but down below my deck here, or my character board, I have Juggernaut out still. Juggernaut is a power, so that is going to stay out. So, we roll again. 5. Ouch. So, I do get 1 defense. My hand, not so great. I'm going to play another defensive card. Ping him for 1 there. Go up there. Then I'm going to attack for 1, but my weak says -1 on that. So I've used 2 of my energy, and I'm going to attack for 1 again. Knock him down 1 more. He attacks for 2, which I block, but then I'm taking one of these daze cards. It goes on the top of my deck of cards, so I know I'm drawing that as one of my first ones. So he eats up the block. We reset. And lo and behold, I have a daze here. 4. I get a defense. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to use Heavy Blade, which does 3 damage. Takes him out. 6 slime goes away. Now I collect my rewards. I get a potion. Deal 2 damage to any row. So I have an explosive potion. And then I draw 3 cards. I have 3 damage, exhaust a card. I actually like Iron Wave a lot. 1 damage and 1 defense for a 1 cost card. So I put my days back into the days pile. Take these 2 cards I didn't take. Put them at the bottom. Juggernaut goes back into my pile. And we continue playing. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I have the ability to heal 1 at the end of a combat. So I'm going to do that. Now, I need to decide which route I want to take. Part of me is like, go here. I'm not going to have that much money, so we're going to go there. Finish shuffling my hand. We're going to grab these question mark cards and give them a shuffle. You might be like, why didn't you shuffle them before? Because I just didn't. So I could upgrade a card, or I could upgrade 2 random cards. Let's actually go back down here. I'm going to upgrade a card. Now, to upgrade a card, you're going to take it out of its sleeve. This increases the damage done when I do block, but it keeps the cost the same. I think, let's see what this one does, what Bash does. 4 damage. Then my other ones, actually Iron Wave might be decent. 2 attack. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I like that flexibility. So I've taken the card from its normal side and flip it, put it back in the sleeve. I now have an upgraded card. I could have done 2 at random. It might have been worth it, but it's so early in the game that I most likely would have gotten just strikes and defends as upgrades, which isn't the end of the world, but not as good as, well, what I did upgrade. So we go back here to the board. I'm going to move up here, and we have some gremlins. So I look. We have our stack of gremlins here. It says summon 3 random gremlins. Or if you're playing solo, summon 2. 1, we have another sneaky gremlin. 2, we have 2 more sneaky gremlins. You know what I'm going to be doing? As I do get a defense, I'm not even going to draw cards. Actually, now I want to look up that potion, make sure I'm using it right. Deal 2 damage to any row. I believe that means, and how it plays in the game, is that deals 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. I could be wrong on that, but going off the video game, that's how it works. So that is just a really quick nuking him out. I gain another coin, gain another potion, a block potion, and I'm going to get a card reward. So card rewards, owies. Let me actually get down here. We're going to be drawing 3 cards. Now I question if that was to the whole row itself. I maybe could have split up the 2 damage. But I'm going to grab Cleave. Cleave deals damage across a row as well. And right now, since I don't have any extra energy generation, anything like that, that's where I want to kind of go. Now, over here on the map, I have 2 options where I can go. I can go to a fire, which would allow me to upgrade a card, or rest and heal. I'm going to go to this question mark. And we have an ominous forge. Inside a small hut, you find a forge. The tools are covered with dust, yet a fire roars in the furnace. So I could gain one of these treasure cards up here, which are going to be the relics, and on 1, 2, or 3 gain a curse, or I could upgrade a card. I want a relic. Actually, I do remember I got that last time. So we're going to take this whole stack here. Shuffle it up. At the start of combat, heal 1. So I heal 1 at the start and 1 at the end. That actually is pretty solid. Now I need to roll this die. I got a 3, of course I did. Flew all the way there. So I'm going to find our curses here. Maybe. Wait, did I not take the curse cards out of their wrappers yet? Where are our curse cards? Ooh, there should be a curse deck somewhere. I think I had it out last time. I just need to figure out where did that get stuck. Because there's our starter. There's their card rewards. I failed to pull out our elites. Yeah, I swear I had that out. Curses. I don't have anything behind curses, so I must not have. Did I miss opening? That's an Ascension pack. Or do I have some additional sleeved cards in here? That one says don't open. Act 3. I'm really confused. I swear that I had them out last time. But I very clearly did not. So, let's figure out where they are. My guess is not in Act 2 or 3, which is what this stack of cards is going to be. Yeah. Successfully, correctly guessed. Not there. And then this would maybe make sense where they're going to be. It's the 2 other characters. Oh, unless they were in amongst the daisies. And you didn't have to open that up. So I gain a curse. My curse, my malady, is going to be Parasite, unplayable. If this card is removed from your deck, lose 2 hit points. Not the end of the world for me, but the only way to remove remove a card from your deck is to go to the shop. I didn't want to go to the shop because I like where my run is headed here. Actually, wrong one. I wanted this one. Because if you look where my run's headed, I'm going up here next. Upgrade another card. 3 to everybody. Absolutely. Cleave is a nice upgrade. I could have rested, but I don't need to again. So then, I'm coming up here to an elite. Last time, remember, I got my butt kicked by an elite. So this guy gains, well, he's a little bit different from the video game. So in the video game, this guy, I need this to track hit points. He only has 14. But this guy, when you play a skill, basically gets stronger. Here they're saying, nope, doesn't get stronger. Instead, he's going to attack everybody. And the first thing he's going to do is he's going to, first turn, get enraged. Second turn, when he's enraged, anytime you play a skill, you take a damage. So not ideal for what I have thus far. But let's see what I end up with my hand here. I'm going to spend 2, 3, so you have 3, 6 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a nice opening turn. Granted, now I just discarded 3 strikes. So my offense in here is a little bit less than it once was. Oh, and I forgot to roll the die. Nothing happened. Rolling for the next turn. I can choose to activate a die ability. I will activate the only die ability I can. I draw, and it's all defense. So honestly, there's no reason for me to play a card. This one's unplayable. I'm not going to play anything. I will use this potion to gain 2 block, which takes me up to 3 block, which means he hits for 3. That takes out all my block, and we repeat. 4. Okay, I gain a block again. He is still enraged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'm first going to play Bash. Bash will deal 2 damage. Actually, am I going to do that first? No. First, I'm going to play Iron Wave. That will deal 1 damage. Then Bash will deal 2. And makes him vulnerable. So next attack will deal double damage. But Iron Wave, I did the bottom section, so only 1 damage, but 2 defense, because now he hits me for 3. I block it all. That goes back up. I haven't taken a damage yet. This guy's a little bit better than the other ones, a little bit. I made a small mistake last time when I took out the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had to shuffle everything. I'm looking for a good hit here. So I'm going to use this one now for, well, first we roll. 1, no block. I'm going to use this one for the top part because it doubles the damage. So that means I'm dealing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I gain defense. But then the vulnerable goes away. It's only used 1 energy thus far. And I have 2 more strikes in hand. So I'm going to play a strike to deal 1 damage, taking him down to 1 health. And I play another strike down to 0 health. Take him out. And let's get our rewards here, because our rewards are fun. 2 more money. Still not going to hit a shop, most likely. As I point to the board that you can't see. Thanks so much for opening that up. So, I could hit up a shop up here, but I kind of want to hit that one as well, because I like my relics. So, I gain my 2 money. I gain a relic. On a 5 or 6, I can add a weaken token to an enemy. And then I get my 3 cards. So I deal 1 damage to everybody X number of times. That would cost me 3. This one is 1 damage, and I put it back on top of my pile. So I'm going to take anger there. Shuffle it up. Put that on the bottom there, and then I'm moving up to here. That's a treasure chest. I gain a treasure. When you add an attack to your deck, upgrade it. Use this card 3 times, then discard it. So that's real nice. It means I want to think a little bit about what I'm upgrading. I don't just want to put in the next attack if it's not great. And then we move up here to another Act 1 enemy. We have the dear old red slaver. I'm going to slide this down a little bit. You know how that works. It's more important to see this guy. 10 health. So if for some reason this guy was out with somebody else, this vulnerable goes on last. He's all by himself. So, start a combat. I could heal 1. I am not down on health. I roll 3. 3. He's activating, of course, that middle one, which gives me a vulnerable. I don't want that. I don't even gain any defense from it. So I'm going to use this. Hit him for 3. 1, 2, 3. That costs me 2 of my energy. And I do have a defense here, so we're going to play out that defense. I take a damage. I gain a vulnerable from him. All those cards go away. Now we roll again. Alright. So, yeah, like I said, took 1 damage only. 4, I gain a defense. And same attack as last time. Ouch. So, start with anger. Cost 0. Put it on top. Deal a damage. Then I could do this one that boosts up my defense, but I'm going to play 3 strikes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's dealing double damage of 4, which means I take 3 since I only block 1, and the vulnerable's token sticks. It doesn't really matter what I play here. I'm going to do Bash for 2 and a vulnerable, and then Iron Wave using the top one for 4. 6 damage is plenty. They're gone. I only get a coin and a card out of that. That could have been so much better. It's a little disappointing. I do heal 1 at the end of combat, so I'm up to 7 again, and I draw my 3 cards. So I could do an Anger, I could do Twin Strike, which deals damage twice, or I could do Spot Weakness. Spot Weakness is the one I'm going to go with because that's a chance, an inconsistent chance, but a chance to get more damage pumped up. So we're back up here as I shuffle. Now I do have to look up one thing real quick here, because last time I never healed. Do I want to heal though? Because I'll heal 1 at the start of combat. No, I'm going to go up here. I am going to upgrade a card. Which reminds me, which one did I put in Spot Weakness? So that's not an attack. I suspect I'm going to upgrade Spot Weakness because it increases my odds by 1 of being able to strengthen. Strengthen is always +1 to your damage, except I have that heavy hitting card, which instead it's +3 for each strengthen token. So I shuffle that up. I move up here. We're on to our next elite. Zzz. Starts out asleep. And then it's going to cycle through, cycle through, cycle through. And this one starts with more hit points. Starts with 22. And I do want to glance at one. Now, actually glance at one thing in the rulebook. Because I suspect, as it shows this, that single action, cube actions. Yeah, it moves back to the topmost red slot. Four. Alright, so again, defense doesn't do much this first round. I am looking for that exploit weakness, exploit weakness, exploit weakness, or spot weakness, absolutely. So that gives me a strengthen. That costs me 1 energy. Then I'm going to use this one. Gives me defense. And I'm going to use that for 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Down to 19. And then I'm going to use a strike for 2 more damage. I had forgotten to heal. So, I have spent all my energy. My defense goes away at the start of my turn. Next turn. But that's kind of what I was hoping for to start. Now it's a bigger concern. A 4. I do get a defense. I was really hoping for a 5 or a 6. Oh, I need 1 more card. I'm going to play this one out for 2 damage and inflict a vulnerable. And then I'm going to play a defense. Oh, 3 damage because I am strengthened. The reason I'm playing the defense is he's hitting for 4. I'm going to take 2 and block 2. And the vulnerable sticks until I hit, and I'm hoping for this guy. So, this is 3 plus 3 is 6. Let me get the close-up again. 6 times 2 is 12. So 10, take that off, 11, 12. Followed by a hit for enough. I take him out quickly, thankfully. Because once he starts to gain some steam and strengthen himself, that could have gotten real nasty real fast. I heal 1 at the end of the combat. I get 2 more coins. Actually, let's see. I have 11 money. So I will be ready to shop at the next level, hopefully. I can ignore the path now 3 different times. Put that down there and draw my 3 cards. Costs 1 if you lost health this combat. Whenever you exhaust a card, I'm not going to use that one. Strengthen. I want to strengthen. That is my goal. Let's get stronger. Costs a health, but if I can take out enemies faster. Worth it. So, over here, I'm not going to activate the winged boots because I'm not going to go here. I'm just going to go to this question mark. Ooh. I could remove a strike. I could grab a treasure and gain a curse. I'm not sure that that's worth it to get another relic at another cost of another curse. I could heal 2. I think I'm going to heal 2 because I could upgrade a strike, but now, as we look at this, I'm moving up here to a rest location, which means I can upgrade a card. Let's start out by looking at what Rupture does. It's free. Yep. Whenever you can take a card that costs 1 and turn it into free, I'm going to do that. And we are finally making it. Whole new thing here. We're going to be fighting a boss. Only 22 health, but don't let that deceive you. It's more than that. So this one is going to give everybody 3 dazes, which means that you're pulling 3 cards that are worthless. Turn 2. Then attacks for 2 or 3 and gives everybody 2 dazes. So you're really reducing this. When you kill it, when you do the 22 damage, you're going to then summon a large slime, an acid slime, and a spike slime. So start a combat, I heal 1. Then we roll. That's for me to see which one I want to trigger. Well, I want to trigger the red mask because the red mask is going to give a weak token, which means he'll only be dealing 2 damage next round, which is slightly better for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Well, actually, no, this is pretty awesome. So first things first, I'm going to take a damage and gain a strengthen. Strength is permanent. Then I'm going to attack with this anger. It's going to go on top, but it deals 2 damage. We're down to 20. And that was free. Then I'm going to cleave for 4. So, down to 16. That costs me 1 energy. Then I'm going to heavy blade for 6. Gets it down to 10. This one goes away. And before I draw, I pull 1, 2, 3 of these to put on the top of my deck. And then that was his action. So we roll a 2. I will play defense for 1. And then I'm going to deal 2 damage, taking him down to 8. That goes back to the top of my pile. This is all dead weight. Those just go away. He attacks for 3. I take 2 of that. Then, because of my shield, that goes there. Now I add 2 dazes to the top of the deck. This is where we're in a little bit of a risky spot. 5. 5. Oh. I gain 1 health back. I forgot I had weakened him. That weakened token would have gone. Now it's back. He's dealing 5 damage instead. I do gain a defense, but I have a limited number of cards here. So those 2 will just go away. I attack, putting that back on top for 2. I attack here for 2. And I play a defense for another defense. So that 5 means I'm only taking 3 damage. I need to take him out quickly, though he was there. Now he'll cycle back up to the top. It's at the start of the next round, too. I'm going to play this one. Well, first, let's roll. A 4. I gain a defense. I'm going to play this one for 2 damage. I'm going to play this one for 3 damage. Costs me 1. I gain a shield. 3 damage knocks him out. That goes away. It's done. No, not quite. So now I'm going to pull that off to the side because I'm looking for a large slime, an acid slime, and a spike slime. And you saw I went through 22. Well, here's 10 right there, plus another 12. So I have to do 22 again. A 3. So I activate nothing. This guy will activate last. I have 6 damage coming at me. I need to have a little miracle happen here. I need to take out that one. How do I want to do this? I know I'm not going to play this one. I'm just going to set that aside. I'm going to strengthen again. For 1. Then I was saying I need to take out this. No, I need to take out 2 of them. Or I need to take out that one. So would I strengthen again? Because then I could hit for 4 and attack for 6. Or I could hit for 3, attack for 4, and attack for 2. 3, 4, 2. I don't know that there's a way I can pull this off. It is so close. Because even if I don't spend this one, I need to, like I said, I need to take out 2 of them. Because it's 7 damage coming at me. I have no defense. And maybe it was a mistake playing that last time. I didn't need to. And I could have had, well, another attack. So it wouldn't have made a difference. Because I need 1 more energy is what I really need. Is there a way I can take him out? So if I do 3, 3 and inflict invulnerable, then 4. So 7, 8, 9. Or I could do the spot weakness to gain another strength, which means this one deals 4 and this one deals 6, so 10 damage. If I could split that 10 between those two, I could take them out. But I have 12 health over here, so I'm going to be 1 energy short. So I go down on the boss. Takes me out. And that was a good fight. That was interesting. Had I not played this Rupture, I would have been in a better position. That spot weakness I was hoping would come up earlier, because that, I think I was always able to activate that. Maybe one time I wasn't. One time I wasn't. But, and then the Iron Wave, again, I used that one to overkill him. There's just enough clutter in there, and looking back at it, I probably wouldn't, in the future, I probably wouldn't have cycled that anger as much as I did. Even in the video game, it is a catch-22 sort of thing, because instead of cycling like it did there, it, and I'll pop back up to myself, it's more of a, it comes up, you play it, you get a copy, additional copy in your deck, or in your discard, I think it is. And so every time you're going through and you're shuffling more and more and more of them in, as long as you keep on playing them. So it's a real conundrum to play them. That was real close. That was, honestly, that was the only roll I couldn't have handled that time. I think, no, I needed a 1 or 2. I needed a 1 or 2 that time, just because I didn't get any defense. If I guess I would have had 1 defense and been able to place a weaken, which probably would have done the trick with a 5 or a 6. And how each of these slimes is set up, it's different. That could have been perfectly fine with this version of that large slime. So it was just the luck of the draw as to who activates when, and just couldn't quite ramp fast enough. And yeah, still a ton of fun. I'm gonna keep on tackling Act 1 as I play more and more here. I want to see what I can manage to pull off, because I think there could be some fun interactions, fun elements to the game to play with. I mean, I use that block and that explosive. Just curious if there's, because this one just says deal 4 damage. So I think it is to the whole row. Ghost in a jar. Can't lose more than 1 hit point this round. That'd been great. Or Distilled Chaos is fun. Just get 3. Or the Fairy Bottle. When you hit 0, you just go back to 2. Blood Potion heals 2. There's more block. All sorts of different ones here that could have been useful, like the Flex Potion. Useful. More strength. Cunning Potion. Attack 1/1/1. Treat each one as a separate attack. So, ton of great options. I'm not going to show these off. These are the boss relics. Over here, even more fun ones in here. Self-forming clay. Once per combat, 3 shield if you lost HP this combat. Or the Omamori. Don't have to gain curses. There's a ton of fun ones in here that I really like. Golden Idol, just extra money, everyone. Oddly Smooth Stone, chance to get 2. Vara. On a 2, gain a strength. Lose that strength at the end of the turn. Super good for type of character I have. Granted, it is very limited. Strike Dummy is even better. Just a +1 to all of your starter strikes. Meat on the bone. At the end of combat, if you have less than 4 HP, your HP becomes 4. Solid. Courier mouse allows you to get some stuff. Just free block. An extra energy. Extra healing. So many different things in here. Start combat with 2 defense. Sometimes great, sometimes not. This is a ton of fun ones. On a 4, just dishing out 4 damage at a time. And they are different. They are different than what some of them are, but minor tweaks on them. And some of it is that you just don't have brain part. Oof. You just don't have the consistent activation because the hit points are smaller. It needs to be a little bit more randomized. But ice cream would have been great. It allowed me to store energy. Lots of fun ones here. And just the red skull. Like, I didn't actually get far enough in, but that's just once per combat, gain a strength when you shuffle your deck. So, there you have it. Yeah, it was fun to flip through those, see what there is. I'm going to get this packed up, but I'll be back 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks is going to be the plan. Definitely not for Memorial Day. So, yeah, appreciate you joining. Hopefully this was fun. I had fun playing it. Let me know how you thought it went. Leave a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you want to know when I go live, best way to do that is subscribe and click that notification bell. I will be live again on Wednesday, probably at 10-ish, playing some of 7th Citadel, Drums of Desolation. So, come join me for that. I've been having a lot of fun with that. If you want to check out other stuff that I do, there's a link for nerdologist.com down in the description below. As well as then I have a podcast about Marvel, 10-Minute Marvel. So if you enjoy Marvel comics, movies, stuff like that, check that podcast out. But with that, bottoms up. Thanks for watching.